You know, with the amount of crazy things happening in the world right now, I've been asking myself this question quite often more than I'd like to, and that's why is real life really starting to feel like a South Park episode? I mean, I don't even know where to start, really, but that's just what comes to my mind. Like, it feels like life is becoming like an episode of South Park, and if you've seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where characters will do the craziest things and their stupid ideas and everything, they work and it makes them go far. Like, the best example I could think of off the top of my head is like that episode where Randy basically gets a Pinewood Derby car to go like Mach 7 or something, or Mach 5, or the speed of light rather, out into space, and like a whole crazy amount of stuff happens and ensues where aliens come in and visit, and they keep lying over and over, and they keep somehow getting away with it. You know what I mean? Like those kind of South Park episodes where you're just like, how do they keep getting away with this? And I'm not like ripping on the show whatsoever. I love the show to death. Like some of the stuff that those guys get up to and everything are crazy. And even they question it sometimes. Believe me, I could spend God knows how long talking about South Park episodes, but in the case of real life and today, I mean, you just got to look at, I guess let's just start with the Tesla vandalizations. I mean, how crazy do you have to be to want to key or destroy someone's car just because you don't like a person? I mean, that's just crazy to me. Like, what is the point or goal of that? I mean, and these Teslas even have cameras in them, so you're getting caught. And yet there's still some of these people still getting away with this or still doing it, and it's like, sheesh, man. Like, has it crossed anyone's mind or any of these people's minds that maybe this isn't a good idea? Or even, let's go off to the Switch 2 and their games being released and how overpriced they're going to be. They're not going to be like $90 to $80 a piece. And it's like, well, $80 digitally, $90 physically. And it's like, that's just crazy to think about, not even just inflation, but in general, that, you know, they're getting away with something like that because it's Nintendo, you know, people, you know, fans. They're going to buy it anyway and just eat it up. And the next thing you know, it's going to set a precedent for the rest of the gaming industry. And that's even a dark future I don't even want to think about. I mean, that's a video idea in itself now that I think about it. But I think really the biggest highlight that really comes to my mind is the Johnny Somali situation, which, if, for those of you who don't know, this is a streamer who's been traveling around the world and basically being a public nuisance, you know, doing stupid things in public, clearly disrespectful things in public. And I mean, it got crazy because in South Korea they took away his passport so he can't leave. Some South Korean people, like particularly men, because in South Korea you have to be conscripted into the military. I think only if you're a man, maybe if you're a woman, I'm not so sure about that, but at least for men. And that's just crazy to think about because these men are putting bounties on him to go after him and either beat the crap out of him or maybe even outright kill him. And that's like, whoa, that's terrifying and crazy to think about. That something like that is even happening. And he still kept doing it and getting away with it. And up until recently, finally, he was getting criminal charges pressed against him and actually facing jail time and everything. And it's like, wow, it was about time, because he was just causing a mockery of this for quite a while. I think he did get in trouble in Japan, but was only thrown in jail for like a week or something. I don't know, I just can't, don't quote me on that. But it's like, what's the kind of stuff you see in South Park, especially the stuff that Johnny Somali did. I mean, he, like, you know, twerked with the statue or something like that. He used, like, AI, which is a no-no in South Korea, to, like, face swap something. To even just, like, twerking in public and doing stupid stuff like that. Or even another example, he literally purposely spilled a bowl of noodles in a shop and completely made a mess and a fool out of himself over it. And it's like, you know, again, that's like something you see on South Park. Like, why is real life? Am I the only one that feels this way? That, like, real life in moments like this are starting to feel like, you know, some crazy screwed up episode of South Park, which it wouldn't even surprise me if even the creators just make an episode off of the ideas I've mentioned. I mean, I don't know. It's just getting crazy out there, so Everybody just try to be as safe as possible as you can. I mean, you know, carry protection in any way. And no, I'm not talking about that kind of protection. I'm talking about the other kind of protection, like pepper spray if you are a lady or a guy that can't conceal carry because you're in a certain state or a country that doesn't allow it. I mean, just be careful out there. Because it's just seeing stuff like this, like even though there's probably more egregious examples I can come up with, these are just off the top of my head right now. But I mean, you hear those other kind of stories too of all these shootings and stabbings and everything. And it's just like, yeah, it's just really getting crazy and nuts out there. And, you know, it's just hard to imagine because, you know, back in the day, because my grandmother talks about this, like back in her day, yeah, I know we're pulling the old people card. But seriously, like she said, she was able to walk out on the street and not feel unsafe going out. And keep in mind, she was a young woman in her 20s being able to do that. Like, that's just sad. That we went from that to this now where even I'm considering concealed carrying because I'm in the state of South Dakota, so I could conceal carry to my heart's content, provided I get training. Well, more specifically just for me in general. But still, it's just... It's a crazy world we live in right now, and the only thing we can really do is just protect ourselves the best we can, so... Anyway, I think that's all I have really to say on this video. Kind of a little bit of a short one since I don't have too much else to say, really. I mean, I could make this longer, but I'd just be kind of repeating the same things over and over. So, I think that's pretty much about it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. You know, hit the notification bell to know when I upload. And we are still on the road to 150 subscribers. I am going to set it for the end of this month, just to kind of keep a more reasonable goal. And as of recording, we're at roughly 138 subscribers. So just need 12 more to hit that goal, but I want to temper expectations the best I can. Just to make sure I don't, you know, overestimate, which I didn't really last time. You guys killed it by reaching 100 alone well before the end of the month. So it would have really been crazy if I hit 150 as well in that same month. But still, 150 is going to be the goal for this month. So anyway, I'll see you guys Saturday with another my experience with Call of Duty. And coming up next is going to be World of War. And ooh, I was going to record this today, but I have a lot to talk about that game. And I got some ideas cooking for that video. So keep an eye open for that. And once again, I'll see you Saturday. Stay safe out there, guys.